Full supermarket tour in Sweden, coming from Jet Lag Warriors. We've done a couple of their supermarket tours. I gotta be honest, everyone. As an American, I am so pumped to go into a supermarket, and I'm gonna have my own supermarket videos very soon. No, but seriously, I'm really curious about Sweden. We have not done a supermarket tour in Sweden other than maybe a quick little clip. So I have a feeling that this is going to be the one that maybe is expensive. I don't know why I have this weird feeling about it, but we're going to find out. Smash the like button. Let's dive in.
All right, full supermarket tour here in Stockholm, Sweden. Let's check out the
In Stockholm
pricing
too?
of some more staple foods, as well as maybe some of the more unique items here in Sweden.
Is that cheese? We don't have this. So if I seem confused, it's not because I'm a little dumb, but we just don't have these. It looks like cheese.
And so first thing you'll notice in the fruit and veggie section is Sweden is a country of paper bags and not plastic bags, at least at this particular supermarket. Nice. And it's really convenient that so many of the words are the same or so similar to English that you couldn't mistake it, like tomat or banana, which is sort of nice for us. And actually the prices are pretty good. We were sort of nervous that Sweden would be like out of our budget, but it's kind of manageable, kind of similar to Canada in terms of the price.
Canada, it's affordable.
Like that, the bell pepper, per kilogram, that might be a little high. I seem maybe.
No.
Bananas are very expensive here.
Yeah, the bananas are pretty expensive. Our bananas are usually pretty cheap.
And then right beside the fruit and veg, you have what appears to be a pretty fresh baked bread section.
Oh, this looks so cool.
Bread looks quite good, and it looks like more or less 30 kroners for a loaf.
Wow.
Which is not bad for a fresh.
Okay, that is extremely cheap for fresh bread. Like fresh, good bread, not made with a bunch of crap in it. I'm so jealous. We have a small supermarket around the corner from my house. It's not like a big chain one. It's just fairly, I think they have like 4 locations. And for people that make a little bit less in income, and I'll go in there and I buy bread occasionally. And there's, if you want the like not preservative free bread from this one company that makes it in there, I kid you not, this is $2.82 for bread in USD, $14. We just make our own, but I look at the prices and I don't know, it just depends if I'm buying, hamburger buns or something. I'm just always so blown away by it.
Fresh baked bread that looks like it came right out of the bakery, like handmade. Kind of reasonable, kind of fair. And
Seems
then
good.
you can follow your nose to this section, which is looking like treats, including but not limited to cinnamon rolls. I guess the price is mix and match 3 for $35, which is kind of manageable. And they look great, to be honest. And then
they look amazing. We don't have pastries like this in our supermarket. Maybe. Usually it's just, you can buy like a French baguette, and which is not French and not made the way French would make it. But you can buy like a French baguette, a loaf of bread, hot dog buns, burger buns, maybe a couple other small things. But we don't have beautiful rolls like that.
On these videos, we like to show the cheapest loaf of bread. Now, it's never clear how often the local people are eating the cheap sliced bread. In Canada, we ate it every day, at least in my family. It was called Wonder Bread. It looks like the cheap one here is 25 kroners. And I guess they're eating a good amount of sliced bread because it's a good size section.
Is that the cheapest
Although
one?
maybe
Let me see.
similar to
$2.35.
Finland, they're doing more rye or, like real good quality bread and not so cheap bleached white bread, which I was born and raised on, personally.
It's got to be that one right there in the grain.
Even some, what appears to be lingonberry bread. So it's, I guess a rye bread with lingonberry in it.
I was going to
Very
say rye.
Nordic. First time we saw it was in Finland, but it seems very local, this lingonberry. Quite yummy, actually. Kind of sour and good.
Do they put, it looks like they're switching to something else. They put the cheapest stuff at the bottom of the supermarket. Like that's what ours do. If you were here right now looking at this bread, the most expensive ones would usually be up at the top, and then the cheap bread would be down at the bottom. Let me see if he moves on or if he was going back.
Local, this lingonberry. Quite yummy, actually. Kind of sour and good. Now, this is something.
All right, so for the bread, $2.35. I think that was one of the cheapest ones that he found. I'm not too sure. Like I've said it 1,000 times, we don't really buy our bread, but I would say that might be a little bit high for cheap bread compared to what he was referencing, like Wonder Bread, which we have. Usually, maybe it might be close. I'm not too sure though.
I don't necessarily know what it is. It's the size of a big dinner plate.
Yeah, what is this?
Plate. It's about 30 kroners. Oh, it feels like a cracker inside.
Knuckle bread.
Knuckle bread.
It's bread?
Google Translate wasn't doing much to show us what this is. It almost looks like a big cracker, maybe. They got a whole section of it. Maybe it's like a, it's 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, it's like a bunch of circular things you could snap off and maybe dip in some cream cheese or something.
Like Swedish
Kinda
crackers.
Like Swedish crackers. They come in
That's really cool if that's a cracker. What a unique idea. That's Swedish. Let me know in the comments what
a
this
big
is.
stack of 6 of them.
Yes.
Cool, something new. And so I guess we've stumbled into the coffee section here, which is slightly bigger than the tea section. So I would guess Swedish people are drinking more coffee than tea. They do have the extra coffee, which this brand is from Finland. And believe it or not, Finnish people are unanimous in saying it's the worst coffee ever made. It is the cheapest one on the shelf at 38 kroners, but evidently it's like mud water. It's not even drinkable.
Pretty good.
And I guess the average price of half kilo of coffee is something like 75 kroners. Seems to be average. You can do 60, you can do 90, but 75, which is
Not the same.
not that bad.
Not that bad. I think it's a little bit more than Finland.
More expensive than Finland.
I've seen a lot of it's like wrapped up like this. Is this all our packaging doesn't look like this. Our packaging is more kind of like these ones up at the top, and we buy the beans and grind them ourselves. But I don't know. This seems so tightly sealed. I've never seen coffee like that before.
But still manageable, especially for us. We drink coffee more or less every day. And holy cow, look at the jam section. From here all the way down to the far wall. I think it's all jam all the time. Some of them
That's
are
a lot
very
of jam.
nice. I mean, this has got to be good stuff. Who doesn't like raspberry jam made with
That's
real
probably so
raspberries?
good.
44 kroners. And even some in a tub. Again, this is the extra brand. This could be questionable, strawberry jam.
That's a lot
Big
of jam.
plastic tub of jam.
Oh, it's not
for
that big.
22
Never mind.
kroners. Quite affordable, actually. Quite cheap. And even some squeezy jam. And even jam in a, what do you call that? Tube? It's like pate almost. You know those tubes of pate?
That's
So,
crazy.
Jam in all containers here in Sweden.
This whole part is lingonberry.
Wow, yeah, good point. Huge section of lingonberry. And even some, this is expensive jam here. This is the, I guess, ecologisk probably means like organic. 75 kroners.
Yeah,
This is probably good stuff.
I would imagine
Put that
so.
on some fresh bread in the morning. Nice.
I got to get back into jam. I haven't eaten jam in forever. I love jam.
And look at that. Even a breakfast at Tiffany's chocolate set in a metal box right here in Sweden. Didn't expect that. And so I guess the local brand of chips is Estrella. Because we haven't seen Lay's or Doritos, and they tend to like a big bag here in Sweden.
Nice.
They're all 275 grams, and the flavors are kind of similar. We got chili,
Salt and vinegar, sour
vinegar,
cream.
although ranch and sour cream is a bit American inspired.
Yeah.
And they're all, pause the vlog, everybody. In Sweden, they have the greatest dessert ever made. Salmiakki ice cream on a stick. And I don't know if this
Is that like a black licorice ice cream bar? Oh, by the way, you guys, I have a ton of Swedish candy. We're gonna do a reaction to it. I want the family in it, so especially my kids. I'm gonna try and get everyone together, huddled once we have the time. The kids aren't in school. Maybe this weekend, but I got a ton of Swedish candy. I'm so pumped for it. We had a ton of a lot of the black licorice packages in there. There was a specific company that sent it to us.
is popular in
Pretty
Sweden,
pumped.
but it's really popular in
Finland.
Not only the ice cream, but just the salmiakki. Anything.
So good.
The salmiakki ice cream cannot be beaten.
Must try.
Must try. Highly recommend. In fact, maybe we can look for salmiakki here. Although
There
at
it
first
is.
glance, there's almost nothing
the
salmiakki.
candy.
Where in Finland, it's like more than half. But maybe Swedish people are similar to Finnish, where they like the sweets.
Sweet tooth.
Sweet tooth, because there's a lot of sweets here compared to the amount of chips. In Canada, it's chips country.
I would say in the supermarket there are more choices of candies and chocolates than chips and popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. Seems like maybe Swedish.
I gotta say, this is a lot of candy. And also the way that they're all put in these tubs, I'm assuming you just grab a little scoop and then scoop it into a bag, what you want. You only see this for us if you're in a candy store, like a dedicated candy store. You wouldn't see this in the supermarket. Rarely. You might find it occasionally.
People like the sweets.
Yeah.
Swedish people. Oh, that's a good one.
Sweet.
Swedish. That's horrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. And my suspicion was right, that there's no Lay's in this store and no Doritos. Actually, there's one bag of Doritos. Same price as the other side for a bag that's just over half as big. So local brand, Estrella, is the winner.
Good.
Better
Your guys'
smell.
chips are probably
Oh,
better.
peanut butter rings.
Yeah.
It's probably good. It's probably
Peanut
good,
butter
actually.
rings.
Is this savory or sweet? I mean,
I
it
was-
must be savory because it's in the
Probably
chips, like-
salty, yeah. Probably savory and like a pretzel almost.
Yeah.
That could be good.
I kind of want to try those.
Oh, check it out. We have headed downstairs towards the fresh salad.
Wait, you can't just go right past that. You're on, I always forget what these are called. They're not escalators. You can just grab food while you're going down into the other part of the store. What a smart use of space, I gotta say.
Oh, check it out. We have headed downstairs towards the fresh salad bar. I guess you can mix and match and make
A
your
salad
own.
bar.
And it is 14 kroners a kilogram. I'm not sure how much a kilogram of salad is. I think
$1.31 for a salad per kilogram. That is a killer deal. The salads that I buy from the grocery store are, I think, $8.99. And I would assume they're similar in weight. Even so, I could get 2 of these, 2 kilograms for, yeah, $2.60.
a kilogram of salad is a lot. It's mostly light. It's just lettuce and carrots and stuff.
Unless you get the pasta.
The pasta adds up quick. Pro tip would be go for the lettuce and get yourself a huge bowl.
Bad price.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not a bad price. And so you guys might have heard about surströmming. I thought it was Norwegian, to be honest, but so many comments have come in saying, go for the surströmming. We've come to the canned fish section. We can't seem to find it. It's mostly tuna and sardines and very familiar stuff. So maybe it's not available, or maybe it's not as commonly eaten. It's just popular on YouTube because of the crazy reaction people have first time smelling
Maybe.
surströmming.
Salami chips.
Gosh. Is this my new favorite snack? Is this real?
Is it crispy?
Garlic salami
think
chips.
so.
It's a bit crispy, but it's a bit soft. It's
That
30
looks
kroners
so
a pack,
good.
but garlic, salami, chips.
I just love how different. This has got to be my favorite niche on the channel. Is seeing supermarkets. It's just, we just don't see this kind of stuff. It's so cool. Garlic flavored salami chips. Not chips, they're salami. It looks like it's real salami. This is nuts.
That's my 3 favorite things. I mean, that sounds
Yeah.
so good. Garlic
Meat,
salami
chips,
Wow.
and garlic.
And so I guess Swedish people love
Whoa.
salami because everywhere I look, there's all these different brandings of different types of salami. But first things first, let's focus on the fresh meat, chicken, beef, and pork, because ever since the global event of 2020, meat prices are out of whack, and it's kind of unpredictable which country will be affordable or not. So let's check it out here in Sweden. And so the prices of
detail.
ground pork and ground beef and chicken breast are not. So
Go
it's
back
kind of
on that one more
unpredictable.
time.
Ever since the global event of 2020, meat prices are out of whack, and
Yeah, like that's a little high. I will say that the prices so far are pretty balanced. It's not, I was half kidding when I said I thought it was going to be expensive. I'm just surprised. But the meat, and I've noticed this, except when we did a Spain video, it seems like when you go farther south, the meat was a little cheaper. But here, like $8 for 500 grams of ground pork. That might be a little high. It would probably be around 5 for us.
it's kind of unpredictable which country will be affordable or
Pork
not.
is
So let's
usually
check it
really
out here in
cheap.
Sweden.
Beef,
And so the
Yeah,
prices
like
of
that's a
ground
little
pork
much.
and ground beef and chicken breast are not great. They're actually a little bit.
but then again, I have to think in my head, this is organic meat, not like the regular meat. I'm just going off of like the prices that I see on some stuff, because if you buy organic, it's usually about 20%
more expensive
For
here
us.
than in Canada. And in Canada, a lot of people are complaining over how expensive the meat has gotten. Although you got to cross-reference this with how much money people are earning here. So maybe a Swedish person can let us know in the comments if the meat prices have gone up so much in the past 3-4 years, or if they're still
Yeah.
affordable or what. Because for us,
They've
it's,
had to
it's
have gone
expensive
up.
for meat.
Yes.
We're looking for the red or yellow tag of on sale, something like this. We're kind of sticking to the on sale items and making sure they're not expired. That's kind of the idea for us, at least. Wow, look at this.
Yeah, like see, like the pre-packaged stuff like this, it seems like it's almost all the meat is kind of done this way. Now, for me, in my grocery store, if something is pre-packaged like this, it's usually filled with preservatives and what is it called? not nitrates. I don't know. It's usually filled with a bunch of stuff that is just not good for you. So we try and steer away from that. We'll go to the actual butcher and then buy the correct grade of meat that we want. To whereas here, I'm assuming you probably don't have to worry about that. I would imagine there's some meat that's not as good as others, but still, this is like a red flag for me if I see it. Whereas here, it's pretty much everywhere, which is fascinating.
Guys, look no further. American style, original pancakes, 35 kroners, pre-made for you. No need to pour it in a pan and cook it up yourself. Pre-made pancakes.
That's
which,
funny.
not bad at all. And
Everybody
right
loves
beside the
good
pancakes
pancake.
is this stuff, which Google Translate is calling this rice grains. But I guess it's some kind of porridge, like rice porridge. Something different. It comes in a funny packaging, and they got like 6 or 7 varieties. Some sort of liquid rice dish.
Yeah.
Potentially
Yeah, so.
breakfast, it feels like. Pancakes, rice porridge. This is a Swedish healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
Wow, check this out. This is something new. These are all tubes. By the way, metal tubes, which we don't have this very much in Canada. Although I've seen this around the world. It's almost like, feels like should be some kind of construction adhesive inside. It's a very solid metal tube.
Yeah.
But this whole shelf is
Yeah, exactly what he said. You won't see tubes like this unless it's at Home Depot. You're getting like putty to fill a crack in a wall.
cream cheese of various flavors. Shrimp, salami, lobster, peppers.
Did he just say it's cream cheese?
Inside. It's a very solid metal tube, but this whole shelf is cream cheese of various flavors: shrimp, salami, lobster, peppers,
Flavored cream cheese.
tuna. This is like a unique section here.
That's
just
wild.
metal tubes of different cream cheese, even the hot jalapeno cream cheese.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Wow, interesting.
I don't think they're real cream cheese because it's not inside a fridge.
Oh, good point. It's not cold.
Oh,
This is cream cheese. Interesting. Probably yummy, to be honest.
Oh, they even have like sweet ones. Apple. Blue cheese? Apple?
it
and
might be
cinnamon.
though, right? It might be actual cream cheese. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm assuming if it's sealed tight enough, I don't know. We could look it up, but we're gonna keep going.
Interesting.
Wow, something new. Okay, Swedish people like fake cream cheese. That's interesting. I guess Swedish people,
is
same like
interesting.
Finnish people, they love Mexican food. This is a whole shelf, front
Yes.
and back,
I've heard.
of all Mexican food. It's funny because we haven't seen very many worldly shelves. They even got the sombrero.
Yeah, a party.
Somehow Mexican culture has really caught on in the Nordic countries. We haven't seen like a Thai culture,
because it's
Thai
delicious.
food section or like a South Asian food section. Just Mexico, and both Finland and Sweden. Don't get me wrong, Mexican food's so good.
I kind of want that cheesy
but I wonder how it
jalapeno
caught
sauce.
on. Well, maybe I answered my own question. Caught on because it's so good.
Yeah, I would say if I had to pick to eat only one culture's food for the rest of my life, it's probably Mexican food. I don't know. I haven't tried a lot of European food, obviously. I've had a lot of Asian, a lot of not really much Indian, a lot of Mexican, of course American. I would probably go with Mexican food. It's just so good.
And so we've come to the dairy section, where the other day Ivana and I made a mistake that we're going to make again because it was a very happy mistake. This is in fact not yogurt. It's called quark. And it's something like yogurt multiplied by cheese. It's in the middle of yogurt and cheese, right?
Huh.
That's how you describe it?
Okay.
But it's good stuff, man.
So
So
it's
we're
a
gonna,
different texture.
Just like yogurt.
but it's a
And
bit cheesy.
cream.
Creamy yogurt.
Whipped cream
Okay.
plus yogurt.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
We're a fan, so we're gonna pick out some more cork, where we've never seen this product outside of Sweden, to be honest. And typically we show you guys what the standard cost of milk is, because that's sort of transferable to a bunch of different countries. This is the milk we've been buying. It's 20 kroners for 1.5 liters, and it's 3%, which means it's thick and good milk. We'll buy again.
That seems pretty
Good
cheap.
Swedish milk, and fair price actually.
Yeah.
And same story for eggs. We like to show
Maybe not cheap,
the
fair
sort
price.
of cheapest one,
Got it.
or just what looks to be the most commonly. Whoa, not that cheap over here. This is gonna be 26, but that's only for 6 eggs.
Okay, 488. That seems, yeah. I don't know. How long ago did they make this video? 1 year ago. Maybe not too bad. I don't know. I don't buy eggs. My wife does.
Looking for about twice that for.
They can get up there
For
though.
a
I've
full
paid
pack of
$8 or
eggs.
$9 for a dozen of
I'm sure
eggs.
the extra brand is the cheapest one.
I'm sure the extra brand is the cheapest one. Yeah,
Is that
that'll be
right?
the cheapest one. And I guess what? In Sweden, they're doing 12 eggs, just like Canada and United States, not 10. A lot of countries do 10, but Sweden got the right idea. A dozen eggs.
Right.
That's
Dozen
one unit of
eggs.
And so it looks like
We go through so many eggs with our kids. We make them for breakfast for the kids, like scrambled eggs pretty much every day. 3 kids, and then I might wake up and have eggs, and yeah, we go through a carton pretty
the
quickly.
delicious drinks.
We buy 24
portion
eggs from
of our
Costco.
video. Pepsi, $10.50 for 1, or 2 for 15. Coke is $11.50 for 1, or 2 for 20. So Coke is substantially more expensive than Pepsi, which is fair. It is the superior product after all. Now, everybody, I am an open-minded kind of guy. I'm willing to
Oh, the
learn
beer.
what is the idea behind this law. I'm assuming it's a law because every beer here, even the name brands like Heineken, which exists in every country, it's only 3.5% alcohol here in
What?
That's right.
Sweden. Everything is 3.5%. Carlsberg, 3.5%. I'm willing to hear the explanation from a Swedish person. I'm assuming it's we don't want
That's
people so
unique.
drunk. But then how can you still buy a whole bottle of vodka? It just seems like an unfair punishment to all us beer-consuming people. But in any case,
Yeah.
the price of beer is not too bad, actually. Maybe because there's less alcohol in it. This, for instance, is 62 for
That's
a
really
6-pack of
good.
Carlsberg. Keep in mind it's 3.5%, which is
That's really
cheaper
good.
beer than Finland, but it's also less effective beer than Finland, if you catch my drift. So something
Yeah, you
new.
just
I've
gotta
never
drink
seen a
more of
country
it.
where they cap the amount of percent that you're allowed to drink in a beer. Now, what Sweden lacks in the beer department, they make up for in the mustard department. Because I've tried 3 or 4 of these. Let me tell you, some very good mustard. Some of them are called Stark, which is really usually just delicious.
Oh, that looks so
Stark
good.
means strong, I believe. It just means So that's like 24 kroners, and different flavors, different packagings. Very good mustard. Big fan of
Fancy
mustard,
one.
as you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
know. Even some of this fancy mustard where you need a knife to get it on your bread. Big fan. Good mustard
Yeah.
country. And typically we show price of Heinz ketchup, 33 for 400 mils. Fair price. And it can be fun to look at the different type of oil countries use, because in Canada, mostly olive oil, although we also have canola on the cheaper side.
That's a lot of oil.
And we've seen in Asia, people use a lot of palm oil,
Right.
which was something.
Yeah, maybe I'm just being crazy, but like these seem like really, really good oils, like good olive oils. Our olive oil rack in my local grocery store is maybe a quarter of this. Yeah, it's like from right here to right here. This looks like more canola oil and vegetable oil over here, or sunflower oil. So many oils.
Different that we hadn't seen before. Now in Sweden,
That's a huge
it's
selection though.
basically the same as Canada. Mostly olive oil with a little bit of what they call rapeseed oil,
Mm-hmm.
which we call canola, same product. And the price for olive oil, which is like 2/3 of the shelf, about 90 kroners for a half liter. Although you can obviously find a little bit cheaper.
That's pretty good.
84, and certainly a lot more, like 132. And so in
Oil can
conclusion,
get expensive,
We
though.
spent 349 kroners, which is pretty good
Kroners?
price actually. I thought the prices might be like Japan and we were going to go broke, but that was kind of manageable while maintaining
What is
the
that,
meat
like
was a bit higher than
70 to
normal.
$80
And
maybe?
it was a true superstore, meaning pharmacy and school supplies and toys and toilet paper, you name it.
Pans and pots.
And I realized after, they don't actually sell vodka in there.
You're
Because the point I made was, how can you limit the alcohol percent in beer and then sell a bottle of vodka?
Right.
They don't sell a bottle of vodka.
No.
So
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the law.
Our grocery stores don't sell alcohol either. You have to go to a liquor store, which is usually right next to the grocery store. All right, great video, very interesting. I have a lot of questions still. It's just wild because like when they go through and film this, I mean, obviously they're in a different country. It feels like a different world though. Most of the food I'm just like, what is that? I'm sure it's all delicious though. All right, I'm getting out of here. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.